Welcome back to Dollar Chronicles. Do me a quick favor right now. Hit that like button and make sure you're subscribed, because in today's explainer, we are unpacking the absolute greatest mystery hiding right there inside your wallet. 77%. Think about that for a second. That is the jaw-dropping amount of all U.S. currency in circulation around the globe, made up entirely of $100 bills. It is literally the most powerful, widely held piece of paper on the planet. And yet, the guy whose face is plastered all over it, he was never even a U.S. president. So why him? Part 1. The Desperate Past, America's Bizarre Early Money. To really wrap our heads around this, we've got to jump all the way back to the 1690s. We're talking total economic chaos. Without a steady supply of proper European coins coming in, early American settlers were completely desperate. They were forced into this wild, primitive barter system. Just imagine trying to pay for your groceries or settle a debt using Native American wampum, bundles of tobacco, or literally just handing over a handful of iron nails. Crazy, right? It was just completely unsustainable. So to fix this massive crisis, the colonies started desperately issuing their own separate bills of credit. Basically, these were early forms of paper money, used to pay off government expenses or even act as mortgage loans backed by land. But instead of solving the problem, it created this wild, totally fragmented system where you had as many different types of paper money floating around as there were colonies. Part 2. Enter the polymath. The paper money revolution. And that is exactly where our story gets turned upside down. Enter Benjamin Franklin. Now, this guy wasn't just the dude who flew a kite in a thunderstorm. He was an absolute revolutionary problem solver. I mean, look at this resume. He helped draft the Declaration of Independence, he founded the U.S. Postal Service and America's first public library, plus he invented the lightning rod, bifocals, and the Franklin stove. A true polymath, he essentially birthed America's entire paper money economy. Franklin was an undeniable nation builder. His crucial role as a diplomat securing France's alliance during the Revolutionary War literally tipped the scales in America's favor. But guys, here's where this explainer takes a massive twist. Part 3, the battle for the C-note. Who had the 100? You see, the $100 bill, which is famously nicknamed the C-note after the Roman numeral for 100, didn't always feature Ben Franklin's face. If we speed through history, the very first hundreds back in 1861 were these totally faceless demand notes used to fund the Union Army. By 1863, Treasury Secretary Salmon P. Chase took the spot. Then in 1878, we got Senator Thomas H. Benton, which is pretty ironic since the guy actually hated paper money. And then jump to 1890, and we get this massive burst of historical adrenaline. The face of the C-note belonged to Admiral David Farragut. He was the legendary Civil War naval hero, famous for screaming that iconic battle cry, "Damn the torpedoes, full speed ahead." Honestly, with all these incredible historical figures cycling through our currency over the years, it really makes you wonder, which historical figure do you think deserves to be on a U.S. bill next? Let me know your absolute best currency nominations down in the comments below. Part 4. The high-tech C-note, cash tech, and the 2013 redesign. Today, the $100 bill acts as this massive international store of value, which means it requires some seriously cutting-edge cash tech to stop the world's most sophisticated counterfeiters. So in 2013, it got a super futuristic redesign. Let's rapidly peel back the layers here. First up, you've got this blue 3D security ribbon woven directly into the paper itself. If you move the bill, the bells inside actually shift visually. Then add in a hidden portrait watermark and this mind-bending color-shifting ink that magically changes from copper to green whenever you tilt it. But the security doesn't stop there. To perfectly foil criminals, the Treasury embedded a pink micro-printed security thread that glows completely under UV light. They also added a massive gold 100 numeral to help out with visual impairment. And if you look super closely, like with a magnifying glass, there is microscopic text printed right there on Franklin's collar. Oh, and the paper itself? It has tiny red and blue fibers physically embedded right into the material during production. It's an absolute fortress. Part 5. The legacy lives on. The ultimate symbol of American currency. So we gotta ask, why does a man who was never president remain on our highest circulating denomination? It's simple. Because his intellect, ingenuity, and sheer pragmatism truly define the American identity. And fittingly, if you flip that C-note over, you're not going to see the White House. You see Independence Hall, the exact place where he helped draft the Declaration, forever tying Franklin to the very birth of the nation's independence.
Benjamin Franklin didn't just help build a nation, he engineered the very foundation of its economy. If you thought this story was incredible, wait until you see the next one. Click the next video on your screen now.